Well, tensions have been skyrocketing on The Bachelorette after some older intruders made a surprise arrival. Then a total of 4 boys were sent packing at the rose ceremony. Take a look.
He didn't look me in the eye. To not look me in the eye is just... He's either nervous or he's an arsehole.
How was the initial reaction with her?
Yeah, to be honest, I was nervous, but yeah. She seems really nice and genuine, and I do genuinely like her as well.
Showing a lot of courage, mate.
Yeah,
like,
thanks. Yeah.
Especially coming here and saying the boys that have been here for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Saying that you already like her and that. I mean, that's a pretty bold move.
Hurts, doesn't it? Now, one of the eliminated boys, Hayden, joins us live from Melbourne. Now, Hayden, what was going through your mind when those older intruders suddenly turned up?
Look, it was a pretty strange experience. We're all thinking about what they're going to look like, and I suppose I started thinking of that funny meme I saw on the internet, where a guy's talking about his current girlfriend's ex-girlfriends, and you always imagine them looking like Cristiano Ronaldo or Apollo. But they were just regular guys, and they got out of the chopper, and there wasn't anything really to be worried about at the start.
Oh, can you give us a dab? Because you were pretty dab-tastic.
I had a feeling this question was going to come up, so I'll give you one, but just one.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. You guys ready?
Yeah, we're
You want
ready.
to do one with me? You guys all want to do it together?
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right.
3, 2,
1.
Oh, yeah.
Because that was a bit of your plan, wasn't it? Like you wanted to wow Sophie with that when you first met her, and the rose and all of that.
To be honest, it was more of a contingency plan. So I had an original plan. It involved using a chatterbox. But I don't know if you guys know what that is, but one of my best mates' wives made it for me, and I took it all the way from Melbourne, and I took 2 just in case they creased on the plane. I brought them in a plastic container, and I had a little couple of Bardo songs written on the inside of them. But unfortunately, compared to a guy coming on a horse and another guy turning a paper rose into a real rose, it didn't really stack up. So they told me to save it for later and to basically come up with something in about an hour.
Yes.
So that's where Dabulous came from.
Yeah, if history has taught us anything, Hayden, it's that nothing trumps a guy on a horse. The reason they brought in these 4 old intruders is because I guess there was a sense that maybe the existing contestants weren't mature enough for Sophie. Do you think that's true?
Oh, look, I think Apollo showed us all last night that age has nothing to do with maturity, really. He's 24, and look, I think he's got the collective maturity of all of us in the house. So, no, I think they were just brought in to change things up and to be a point of difference.
And there was also, one of the 4 was, of course, Stu, who Sophie had met previously. This seemed to me to be an outrageous breach of trust. Do you think this was unfair that he had the inside running?
No, best of luck to him. I mean, you got to come in and use your advantages, and that's just one particular one that he had. I don't know if he would have let that slip in his auditions or anything like that. I don't even know if intruders do auditions. I don't know how you get that gig, because you basically avoid doing all the tough work we did in the first few weeks, get a sweet suit and come out of a helicopter. So, you get about the best intro you could possibly ask for. So I'm going to be signing up to the intruder auditions
Hayden,
next.
that yellow suit in the first episode, was that from the back of your wardrobe?
I'm going to correct you there, Carlotta. It's actually mustard.
Is it?
And I've found out from popular opinion that mustard is Dijon. So I call her Celine Dijon now. And you'll be happy to know.
That's good.
You'll start a trend. That's fabulous.
She's a regular player in my wardrobe party. So I've had her for a long time, and I just have been waiting for the right time to get her out.
Well, I liked it.
Appreciate that.
And you also, Hayden, initiated a walk-off in the first episode, which seemed to go down pretty well. What was the atmosphere like in the house with all of that testosterone around?
Well, look, I was trying to turn it around. It was all a bit stagnant, I think, before that, and so we thought it'd be a good idea to act like idiots in front of Sophie and get all macho and try to prove who was the best dancer. I certainly did not prove that with my Derek Zoolander robot. But as you know, my mum's brought me up well and told me if you want to impress a lady, throw your undies at her face.
That is I actually find that quite endearing. I think that's funny.
I got a lot of hate for it on Facebook. A lot of people said you should have just dropped them on the floor. You shouldn't have thrown them at her. I suppose I was just taken after Blake. He threw his jacket, so I thought I'll throw my undies.
There you go.
Yeah, so Hayden, tell us the truth. Did you fall a little bit in love with Sophie?
It's hard to say. Look, there were no sparks on the first meet with her, which, you know, it's hard to sort of have that feeling in that environment, meeting Sophie for the first time. There were definitely moments where I was taken aback and I was impressed. I do love a girl that can roll with a joke and it can be a little, you know, dirty-minded and throw a joke back at me. I always appreciate that. Someone who doesn't just say that's funny and do a fake little laugh. So Sophie was great in that respect, and she was a lot of fun to talk to. Definitely some moments where I, you know, longed for maybe a single date or a little more alone time with her.
Oh, hey, that's really funny. Now, okay, well, we know that. What about since the show? Have you met anyone special in the, you know, the real world?
Look, other than dinner one night a week with Mum, there's not too many other special ladies in my life right now. So if you know any. I'm sort of trying to get out on the town pretty regular these days and meet people who are big fans of the show and yeah, it's really good. So I haven't met anyone yet, but we'll see.
You would be such a catch.
I think all my wife's friends' jaws just hit the floor.
Yeah.
Well, we wish you all the very best through the long, cold, lonely days that will follow, Hayden. Thanks for joining us on the show, mate.
Thanks for having me.
And don't forget to tune into The Bachelorette on 7:30 tonight on 10 and on the Win Network.